Hey, hey, hey. See what I just went through. I was having some issues. Sorry about that. What's cracking, fam? I'm sweating a little bit. I was under my desk, had a really big buzzing. You know what I really have? I have a cable management problem. That's the real issue. And I had a bad buzzing that I needed to figure out. Day 71. No, wait, 71 days to go. Day 29. Day 29. Here, this way. Hey, guys, what's cracking? Hey, 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 Obs. What's up? How are you today? Move some stuff. You know what I did not do? All right, so that's what we're going to do. I had to move around the overhead camera to show the iPad, which I did not do. And that's okay. We can do some other things today. How's everybody doing? You already know. Oh, there you go. You already know. Might have a light crew today, and that's okay. You get VIP treatment, whoever's on. We're running light. Hey, girl. Oh, look at that. Somebody changed their profile picture. Oh. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sure my smile says it all. I don't know how I feel about that profile picture, Angelica. Might have to change that. Might have to have a conversation with you, young lady. I am laughing, but... Let me put my comments. Let me get a little situated. What I've come to the realization is that I think... Let me launch duet. Perfect. Come to the realization that... Gretchen, stop! That's not true. Gretchen, you're not supposed to call me out like that. Look, you made me get all red. Cut it out. Look, she's getting embarrassed. I'm getting embarrassed. Oh, my goodness. And this like resets. I gotta figure out, hi guys, what's cracking? Let me come to my music. It's over here. Hey, hey, hey. I don't believe Gretchen made me blush like that. I'm a little sweaty. I was under my desk. The heater was on high today. Yeah, so there's that. We're going to talk about that. Let me make sure I say hello to everyone. I put my iPad below my confidence monitor so you see me looking down, because I'm looking at you guys in the notes in the iPad. Let me grab hold of my mouse wherever. Yeah, I'm absolutely blushing. You made me blush, Gretchen. Got me all dorky. Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, what's going on, big brother? How you doing today? Angie's saying hello to everyone. You guys are saying hello. Carlos, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I think I can. Is this scene locked? This scene is in fact locked, so I can. You see, I came back to my mic. I have an affinity to this microphone. I just love this mic. I don't know why. The MV7 sounded good, but I'm glad you say your day is complete, Gretchen. As long as your day is complete, then that is all that matters, ma'am. Gosh. And now you have that all on the interweaves. If Angie wants to like get me, she can just, download it. What is it? Like get a copy of that. Come on, Gretchen. I don't believe you did that to me. Not nice. Hey there, Carlos. Fantastic. Oh, I missed a show from Carlos yesterday. Well, that's good feedback. Excuse me. That's good feedback, Carlos. That's really exciting to hear that the community is absolutely loving your stuff. So kudos to you, my good sir. That's really exciting. So we'll get into some stuff. I want to try so this is my OCD. So what I'm going to do is I took off I feel like there you go. But hold on. Okay. That cover for my iPad was making it look uneven. Carlos, let's talk about my OCD. Not really. Anyway, so remember I showed you guys, Lewis, were you on? I think you might not have been on. So Lewis, Paul, and I were talking about me getting an inexpensive or a cheap one, because I was going to buy a cheap one. I still need to buy one. I've come to the conclusion. Capture card. So I showed you guys this yesterday, the day before yesterday. I don't know. Lost track of my days because we are on day 29 with 71 days to go. Oh, man, I messed that up. This way? I don't like that placement. I'm going to figure out that placement. Pick this up from Best Buy. Remember, I was worried. It does say that it's certified for OBS. Pick this up from Best Buy. Didn't want to mess around with it during the stream. So Carlos, I don't think you were on. I'm a Total Tech member, so it's $100 brand new. This is one of the gaming capture cards that has the in and the out, so you can connect the monitor and then the Xbox or whatever. 4K pass through. So $100 brand new 4K, which is cheaper than the Elgato 4K camera link. It gives you expanded capabilities for cheaper, because now you have an HDMI in and an HDMI out. USB-C connection. It says here, wait, hold on there. There you go. It says over here, hold on, I can't see you guys. You can't see that because it's dark, but it does say there, certified for OBS, which I thought was pretty cool. And we were worried because it does say Mac, but it says Mac OS Sierra. We were worried. I plugged it in, and at first it didn't show up. It was like this purple light, didn't show up. And then I unplugged it again. It didn't show up in Ecamm. Unplugged it, plugged it in again, and then it worked. So that's interesting. The ZV-1. Ooh, it messed up the naming. So let me fix that really quick. So this camera for the ZV-1 should actually be this one here. And so that capture card is now this, I don't even know. So this brand is, I don't even know what this brand is. EVGA? EVGA? Let me turn on the light so you guys can see a little bit better. Come on. Well, it's because it sees me. There you go. EVGA? I have no idea. And then it's an XR1. XR1 Lite. So I got it, Total Tech member. I got it for $79. And then I had $50 in rewards coupons. So I paid $30, including tax. 4K. If we go back one scene, I connected it to there because what I had originally connected was the Live Gamer from AverMedia. It's called Live Gamer Portable Plus, and that one only 1080. And with the ZV-1, that can stream in 4K. So I was limiting, right? So I could have obviously gotten a capture card, but I wanted to keep a capture card on the go, whatever. So that's why I said, all right, so let me get this here. This will be 4K for that camera. And then the A5100, which is that camera there, the A5100. Okay, okay, good. I'm glad thank you. EVGA, EVGA, help me spell it out. Says is well known for graphics cards, Windows PCs. So now they have this stream and you can buy this in Best Buy. $100. So here's the thing. $100 for a brand new capture card where it gives you, it's like a gamer capture card because it's HDMI in and HDMI out, supports up to 4K at 60 frames per second pass through, supports up to 1080p 60 frames per second capture. So I don't know. I need to do some reading, because then according to this, supports up to 1080p 60 frames per second capture. That means that my ZV-1 is still not coming through. I don't know. But listen, I paid $30 for it. So to have it as an extra one, I think it's pretty good. Just thinking out loud, because I wanted to have, where did I put it? I don't even know. Oh man, see, this is what happens. Oh, there it is. I just wanted to have an extra capture card in my bag, right? In my to-go bag that you guys helped me get and organized. So this is a CamLink 4K capture card. I wanted to have this one because it's so much easier and it's so much more portable. And then I can keep the gamer cards in the office and keep that, right? EVGA. Okay, each letter. So it's pronounced as each letter, EVGA. Thank you, Carlos. You're the greatest. I appreciate you. So that's why I brought those. But at the end of the day, I guess if it's, so the A5100 I know is 1080p, right? Because it's such an older camera. So this is the A5100 here. And it's maxed out at 1080p. So if I have a device that's maxed out at 1080p, that's okay, because I'm not. But then the problem is, why are you laughing at me? Stop laughing at me. But then the problem is, although I think this now looks good, I don't know. I don't know anything. I know what I do know is that this one looks great. I love this. And you can see my box in the background. I got to clean up. So then what happened today was that I was trying to plug this in and get this up and running. And under my desk is an absolute disaster. Guys, a disaster. And so let me see. Something got unplugged. The surge protector kicked into effect. I had to move something else around. I have the TS3 CalDigit dock. I have the CalDigit Element Hub piggybacked off of it. I have so much stuff, and I have been, so what the problem is with all of that is that I have been adding and adding and adding cables. And I have not been managing and managing and managing. So I think that I've reached my peak this week, because I got under the desk and I was like, what the hell? So I got to fix that. And so then what happened was, when I was getting ready for my stream, the sound wasn't working at first on my Rodecaster. The Mac wasn't seeing, I was talking into it, the Rodecaster was on, but the Mac wasn't seeing the levels. It wasn't reading it. So then I turned the Rodecaster Pro off and then turned it back on. The Mac started seeing the levels, but then there was a horrible buzz, like a whiny noise, like that. And I was like, oh my God, I can't start the stream with that. And I had no idea where it was coming from. And then I'm just like muting on the Rodecaster Pro, I'm muting the levels and stuff. And when I muted this microphone, which I keep on microphone number 1, it went away. And come to find out, because yesterday I switched to the MV7, and the MV7 is a dynamic microphone, which I changed the settings in the Rodecaster Pro. And the Lewitt 240 is a condenser. When I connected this back, I forgot to go back in and switch back from dynamic to condenser. And when I did that, all was right in the world. And now here we are. Hi guys. So that was the stress. I was like, oh my God, I'm running late, and oh my God. And Paul is on the stream with ENN, and Angie has the kids, and oh my God. You know what's so funny? I was going to make Lewis a moderator. I was looking at his name, and I did not make him a moderator. Lewis, I should have just listened to myself and made you a freaking moderator. But anyway, because then you could have helped me out. I know you'll help me either way. That's a wrong way to put it, because we all help each other out. So let me not say that. But I know you know what I know. I know what you know. Yes. All right. Aubrey, listen, one day we are going to get you out of that mindset. She says, hey, Carlos, by the way, I didn't even know you knew who I was. Aubrey's, you're kind of a big deal, okay? So stop that. Stop that language. You are kind of a big deal. Carlos says, yep, mindset is everything, right? Love that video. Keep at it. You guys are all, that's what I'm talking about. I love you guys. Motivated. Yes, you guys are talking to each other. I got the hot ass mess is what I got because it was today. And so you know what's so funny? So I have to take a day, and I'm sure for those of you guys that have actually cable managed, you understand the trials and tribulations of cable managing. You know why I really did these views? Off topic. We're going to be a little squirrely today. You know why I really did these views? Because I need to have a constant reminder of how much weight I need to lose. So if I look at myself from different angles that I don't normally look at myself, just kidding. But I said to myself, well, this is a pretty decent profile. I'm not, I can lose a little bit of weight, but these are the things that goes on in the mind of a woman, folks. I'm not the only woman. I'm not. And I try to be silly. And my hair is getting long. I washed my hair today. These curls are pain in the butt. So anyway, usually, especially for setups like ours, when we have like the Rodecaster Pro and multiple XLR inputs, and then like if you have two docks, the way I have two, USB docks, I actually have three because I have a powered USB dock. So I have the CalDigit TS3 hub, which is like my main brain. Then I have the CalDigit Element hub piggybacked off of that. Then I also have over there a powered USB hub. So I have cables upon cables. I have lights that are powered. I have my monitor. I have so much stuff, right? I have my the studio speakers. I got a lot of crap. I have the cables for my iPad minis, right? So I have let's talk about then the dummies, right? The battery dummies. So I have 3 cameras, mirrorless cameras. They all have mirrorless battery dummies, which are USB powered. That has to be connected to somewhere. I have my iPads connected. Those are hardwired into the computer through the dock. So then I have USB-C, really long USB-C cables, HDMI cables for both the monitor connections as well as the HDMI cables to go into the capture cards. It's a hot, hot mess. And so I've been saying I have the Stream Deck, I have the Loop Deck, right? Guys, I got a lot of stuff. And so I said, all right, I'm going to take a Saturday to do this. Like I need to, because it's like I literally have to blow up the office. I have to like take everything, clear out the floor, literally unplug everything. Like I'm talking about everything. So this is my methodology, and I'd love to hear your feedback for those of you guys that, if you care enough to cable manage, because not everybody cares enough to cable manage. They'll just hide it in the back and then leave it. So that's a whole nother thing. But let's say you care enough to cable manage. My methodology when I actually do cable management, and I go through this process every so often, because the problem is that if you are constantly adding or removing, or even if you have to do kind of trial and error, you have to unplug and replug. So then as that happens, you kind of have to like reset every 6 months or whatever it is, every year at least. You should be kind of starting from scratch. So my methodology when I do that is I unplug everything. I'll have an open, wide open space. And then I start to organize by cable type. So I'll start to organize by my monitor cable, the bricks and the power cables for like, right? So you guys know that the Rodecaster Pro has a big brick. This particular monitor has a big brick, the transformer brick. The lights. So organizing all by power cables. Then let's say all by HDMI cables. And remember I said I'm OCD. So then I'll also organize by length of HDMI cable or the style of HDMI cable. Is it, because I have a few direct HDMI, micro HDMI or mini, whichever is the one that goes in Sony. So I'll have direct micro or mini HDMI to regular HDMI, and then I have adapters. Then I have USB-C cables. But then I also have USB-C cables that are USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A. So then I have to sort them, right? And so what I do is I literally will line them up and I'll go like pile upon pile. So that's my first way of methodology of organizing myself. I organize all of the cables. I completely unplug everything. I'll take all of the like smaller little like knick-knack things, right? So like, stuff like this. I'll take it off the desk. And the only thing that I'm going to have on the desk is then the things that are going to be connected. So then I'll keep the Stream Deck and I start to place it then on the desk. So where is the Stream Deck? That small area, the range of motion. Because my Stream Deck is never going to be on that side all the way over here, right? The Stream Deck is also not going to be all the way over here. The Stream Deck is usually in this range of motion, literally right here. And if I move it back a little bit. So when I'm working for the bank, I don't use the Stream Deck. So I push it back and I push it maybe right under my monitor, right? So it's back and then this way. But this is the range of motion, literally from this section here, and then forward. The Rodecaster Pro is sitting right back here, but then down. So then as I start to organize the placement of the items on my desk, get that down. The other thing, I'm a psychopath. So I keep one of these. This is a level. I have a dedicated one just for my drawer because with my monitor, every so often, I put it there and I need to make sure that my monitor is level. And I do it on each end. So I put it there, coño. And then I put it here on the opposite end of my 32-inch ultra wide. I'll even get crazy enough and I'll put it here. So I do it this way and I also do it this way. I also use it for my posters. I make sure that my posters every so often, we're talking about a couple of times a month. So then I make sure everything is in its place. My cables have been organized. I make sure all of the devices are in its place. And then I start one by one to connect them and route them. So the HDMI cable from my monitor, dropping it down and checking out how much slack I need between the monitor and the placement of the dock because I connect my HDMI. Actually, I don't because I have the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini and the way it is, I actually keep my monitor directly connected to my Mac Mini. And then I have a separate HDMI on input number 2 for work that goes to work, right? So I have to figure out the other methodology with organizing my cables is leaving a set amount of slack. So you have to figure out from, okay, I'm going to connect the back of the monitor goes here, and then it's going to go under the desk. And then the Mac Mini is mounted on the monitor right under here, literally right here. So figuring out that route, but doing it in such a way, right? So if you look, doing it in such a way, am I going to go, what's the route that I'm going to go so that you don't see any cables, right? So I have my monitor, my 32-inch monitor, if we go back, is mounted on the wall. This is mounted on the wall. So you see how you see these cables here? You see how you see those cables back there? When I really do this, you won't see any cables. Because then what I'll do is for instance, this cable right here, this cable will be routed to here, to then on this arm back here, and then down that pole back there. Hold on. Because I've invested in tons of these, right? These are these Velcro things. I have tons of these. So then what I'll do in a particular circumstance like that is that I'll take these cables. I'll also take these cables, again, leave enough slack so that you have the cables, but then put it in a way that they're bundled together. Wrap them around the poles So around this arm this way and use, let's go back. Use 2 on a pole like that. I would use 2. I would use 1 at the end and then 1 at the tip here. So 1 there to wrap the cables taut there. Then probably another one down the back of the pole and then wrap another one of these. And then once I'm under my desk, putting the bundles together. That's why you have to figure out the slack, the amount of slack that you need. Because then once it's all connected and I have enough slack, just put them together, bundle them together. And then taking these, and I also have the other ones. I don't have them. I think they're in there. I do. Because then for under the desk, I also have these. Where these, guys, this is a real thing. So then you zip this up. Like cable management is serious for me. So then what happens is I'm going to tell you about my personality because I know how it is for me. So, right, I have these things where then I'll bundle the thicker cables up, put them through, zip it up, and then there will be a bunch of cables here under the desk. I also have reusable zip ties. Did you guys know that reusable zip ties are a thing? Well, they are. You can get them from Home Depot. They're the best thing ever. I'm trying to pick this up with my foot. These, my friends, are reusable zip ties. Look at the magic. Listen to this. That's ASMR. So you can see clearly I have used this zip tie. However, with the simple press of a tab, I am going to undo my zip tie again. The best thing ever. So then I also have these reusable zip ties where I will bundle these. I'll do 2 things actually. I'll bundle these things. And then once those are bundled, check this out. Guys, this is serious business. Hold on. It's here somewhere. Because I did at one point have my stuff completely organized. Like even at my brother's house, I had my stuff completely organized. Oh, look, this is the bag. These are the zip ties that you can get from Home Depot that are, oh no, that's not. That's the bag for these things. Because then with these things are the best thing. These stickers, can I cover my face? Cover my face. Hold on. Yes. Yes. No. There you go. These things. Let's go back here. So let me do this. Go back over here. These things here, Hi. These things stick to the bottom of your desk. And what these things do is that you can put wire ties through them like this. So when I tell you that I need to figure out the amount of slack that I need and where everything goes, I'll usually hang it because then I'll see, okay, so I'm going to route the HDMI cable from the end of the desk down under this way or whatever it is. So I have to figure out the placement because then this comes in at the end, towards the end. So then I take this, stick these to the bottom. When you use anything 3M, the right way is that you're supposed to stick it and let it sit. You push it and let it sit. You're actually not supposed to use it right away. You're not supposed to attach whatever it is, right? So in this instance, you stick this, and then I'm going to use my zip tie, and then I'm going to go like this. And then, so then the bundle will be like this, or in theory, like this on the desk. And the bundle will then be taped to the top of my desk. The wires will be through here and it'll be nice in a line. It'll be like one and then maybe another foot or so. And I'll do it straight across, bundle, 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 and have it towards the back of the desk. And so with the reusable zip ties, it's really good with the stuff that we do, because if a USB-C cable goes bad, or an XLR cable, or a power cable, you're adding a device, you're removing a device. Well, then it's literally as simple as with this tab, pressing the tab. Oh no, my tab. Oh, this was not a reusable zip one. This one was not reusable. But in these, I make sure that I use reusable ones, because that's how I organize my stuff. With what I just explained to you guys, I'm talking to the back of the camera. Sorry, guys. My bad. This is why I need Paul. Hold on. Let me come back. Aubrey says, I want to see. So with these things here, and I have no idea where I stopped showing you. Let me just come back. So let me pause this. Let's go back to a regular scene. Okay, now it's not going to go. So then these things here will stick to the bottom of the desk. This was not a reusable zip tie, but these will stick to the bottom of the bottom of the desk this way here. And then you're going to put your zip tie through it like so. So what's going to happen is that here's your bundle. You put your bundle in like this. Hold on. Hold on. This is stickied to the top. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, because it's easier for me to show you here. Okay. Let's come back, because this is easier for me to focus on. Okay. So you have the bottom of this zip tie here. Sticky. The zip tie is through. You take this little tube or your wire bundle, and then now your wire bundle is hanging like so with this piece to the bottom of the desk. And so you can either bundle them in here and really get a super clean look if you get multiple ones and then just have all your cables bundled this way. Or you can just take a handful of cables, right? And then just, bundle them together. So like in theory, this is a really long cable. I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but being under my desk hit a nerve. So then technically, so here, if you have two cables, here's a third one. I'm just going to take the cables like this. So they're not necessarily bundled like wrapped, but they're together. And then what I will do is, if I don't have them in that little protective coaty thing, because that's like a coat, I will then, hold on, let me make these even. I will then run them through like this. This will be mounted to the top. And then all I'll do with the reusable, I'm going to have to cut this one, but with the reusable zip tie, just make it like this. So that now stuck to the top of the desk. And now I saw Gigi came in, and Gigi already told me that when she gets her other place, I have to come to Albany to help her set up her office. So I think I'm just proving the case that now I'm showing her my wire management skills. She's probably like, yep, you're going to come do all of that stuff, not me. And so you can see, right? So imagine these. And so what I'll do is check out, there's one right here on the bottom. Then I'll take another one and do the same exact thing where it's just like this right over here. And then every so many, so this is probably a foot. That's why I said every foot I will take this under the desk. And then the wires are not hanging. They're also not tight. So it'll be I'll keep it like this. It won't be super tight, but it won't be hanging, and then I'll still have access to it. That, my friends, is a day to 2 day long project, depending on how many wires you have. Let me put all my stuff away. Depending on how many wires you have and how bad your cable management is to start off with. However, once you get it going, it's the freaking best thing. So let's come back. Oh, I didn't even turn on these lights. Let's turn on these lights. Turn on the lights. Here's this. The light is on behind me. Let's go here. Okay. Hi. So let me check on you guys. Let me put my glasses on because sometimes it's kind of hard to read these comments. Hey, y'all. It's like I tell Angie and Angie says no. I'm like, okay, this is one person. Do you feel like you're dating a different person when I put my glasses on? Hey, girl. She be bursting my bubble. She be like, no. And I'm like, well, then so much for being Clark Kent and Superman. Gosh. Anyway. Yeah. K-Walk, what's cracking? K-Walk, I sent you another message on Messenger. I know that, you work. So I always like to tell you so you know to check that when you get a message, when you think. She says, absolutely. So yes, I will be going to Gigi's house and helping her set up her studio and doing all the cable management. I'll be her minion. She'll be like, Indy, I want this here. Indy, I want this there. Digging the lighting. Very cool. Good. I thought I saw Pastor Vaughn pop in. I did see Pastor Vaughn pop in. Was cracking, Pastor Vaughn. Yeah. Pastor Vaughn says, I got a new standing desk a month ago and have been procrastinating on managing the cables. Listen, so I actually had it pretty organized. And last year when I did that whole fiasco of buying the 8-foot desk to bring home from IKEA by myself, no less, an 8-foot countertop from IKEA. And at the time I had my Acura TLX, which is a sedan, and I had the guy put it on the top. When I did that whole project, there went my cable management. I think that was right around my birthday. So it's about to be a whole year. It was in the summertime because Angie was here with the kids for a couple of days. So I believe it was for my birthday. Drove her absolutely crazy because that was not the project I was supposed to be working on for my birthday. And I have not touched the wire since. So Gretchen says, I took a day to do that and 4 days later had to redo it. It's bad when you consider French braiding your cable. That is very bad, ma'am. That is very bad. Oh, God. Carlos says, who would have thought you using a level to level things makes you a psychopath? Lewis, those are the secrets, okay? Listen. Ay, coño. Those are the secrets. These things right here. When you have multiple of these and you need to use them, is this magnet? It's not a magnet. But when you need to use them on different things, this makes you a psychopath. We're going to put this here just so I can look at how level that is. Makes me proud of my accomplishments right there. Let's see. Is there a 12-step cable program we would all chip in for you? I think that I do need one. I think I need one. Reusable zip ties. You didn't know. Now you know. Oh my God. When I found that, listen, I'm the type of person, I'm like literally like that person that will spend 4 hours in Home Depot and I will go, or Lowe's, whatever hardware store. I will go up. So my mentality is I need to go up and down every aisle because eventually there's something here that I'm going to find that I need. I didn't come here with the intention of that. However, I am going to need and I will find it. So that's what happened when I was when I found those zip ties. I was looking for something else actually. But then, when you go there with the intention to get the one thing, but I slowly, like Angie's like, no. So 2 places Angie will not go with me is the hardware store unless she needs plants and she'll go to the gardening section. If not, she's not going to the hardware store with me. And she also will not go to Best Buy with me. Because it's like, I know I can walk this aisle and find something I thought I needed, but I didn't really need. So Angie refuses. But it is serious business. Let me see. Let me catch up to you guys. Thank you, because I don't check my messenger regularly. Listen, I know that that's a thing for people. That's why it's like if I need you to, it's like, hey, I just sent you a message. I need you to check that. You're very welcome. What kind of standing desk? I'm in the market for one. Yes, she is in the market for one. I don't have to feel bad about putting it off. No, sir, do not feel bad because literally I can find the post because I shared it with you guys. It was either September or not September, July or August when I did that whole thing, ripped everything apart because I was using 2 IKEA desks, like the cheap desks with the cheap top, the Linneman desks. Yeah, so don't feel bad. Let's see. Oh, good. So let's see more equipment purchases. You talked me into the roadcaster and the stream deck. Vaughn, I was looking for. I started since I said that. I was ready to send you links. Haven't found it yet, but I did start searching the marketplace for the a used stream deck to send you the link. So, want you to know I was thinking about you. Hey, girl. Hey, what's cracking? Be careful driving, please. Thank you for the support, but always safe driving. Chocolate twist yoga was cracking, sister. How you doing today? Let's do this. Let's get it done the right way. How are you? Thank you for coming through. And let me just come back to the scene here. Chocolate twist yoga says, I'm all about them levels. Daughter of a contractor, granddaughter of a contractor. See? So you understand. This is like a serious business. I have the really long one. Listen, oh my God, crazy India. So I have the really long one. So that room back there is a full second bathroom, but we're in the basement and it's kind of like the sub level. And so I have little windows. And if you shower, so usually like my brother will shower there when the kids, my nieces and nephews, like when I have a full house, my mom, my brother, my sister, Angie, the kids, like we'll take advantage of both showers because we need to get dressed. We got to go. So they'll use that shower there, but I rarely use it. So I don't have like windows or anything. And they're the little windows. They're like this big, like that. They're the little, because it's a basement. So we don't need full size windows. I'm not putting curtains there. So my brother gets so mad at me. He'll take like a towel or like a shirt and put it over the windows. So Angie, my gracious, amazing girlfriend, gave me frosted like vinyl window covering things. So my big 24-inch level, I took it there because I needed to measure the windows. And then I used it with an X-Acto knife to cut the vinyl. And it's kind of on a platform. It's weird, the bathroom, like how to get to it. But there's like a little bit of a platform. So when I was done, I left my level on the platform in the bathroom. Can Angie tell you the story that I was having a whole heart attack? I thought I left my level outside when I was doing some work outside and I thought someone stole it. I was like, I was just upset. I was like, and Angie, we were ready. I went to Home Depot. I went to go buy another one. I was like, but I really want my level. And it was red and it's my favorite color. And it did everything. And I'm just so used to like how it works. Angie was like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like she really knew I was distraught. And then it was like 2 or 3 days. Thank God I held off. I mean, I could have returned it if I did buy one, but thank God I held off. And I think the reason why I didn't was because I must have spent a good amount of money. Because when I was looking at like replacement ones, first of all, they didn't have the same kind or red one. So I might have gotten the first one from Home Depot. And then I think the second time when I went searching for the replacement, it was in Lowe's because they didn't have red ones. And then they were good, like, $40. Not that they were expensive, but I'm like, I didn't want to spend another $40 or $50 when I'm like, did someone really steal? And then it becomes, but bro, who stole my level? Like, what? I was like, Angie, because I had actually taken it to Angie's house because I was putting some stuff in Angie's house. And Angie was like, no, babe, the level is not here, babe. Like, it's one of those and I'm trying to convince myself. And she's like, no, honey, no, it's not here. And then come to find out one day have you had those moments of something that you've lost or you think you've lost? And you're like, you forget about it because it's not nothing, like it's not like your keys or your wallet or something. And so you let it go, but you still think about it, right? Like you think about it today and then like 5 hours later, it's like, man, I know I left that somewhere. And then you go to sleep and then you wake up and you're like, but did I leave it here? And then you're about to go to sleep or you're about to take a shower or you're about to leave for work. And it's like, oh my God, that's what happened. I was upstairs. I think I was ironing my clothes. And I was like, okay, so remember I have 3 floors. My bedrooms are on the second floor. Then I have the main level and then I have the basement. I was upstairs ironing and remembered that the level was in the bathroom in the little nook of where the windows are. I went flying down the first steps. Then I went flying down the basement. I went in and I found my level, and it brought me so much joy. So much joy. I feel like, Kali, you can absolutely understand that sentiment. That's like the worst thing ever. What's the worst thing ever, Angelica? What it do? Also, Kali, I sent you a messenger. It's so funny because I like communicate with you guys. I communicate with Gigi via text, but because I was doing almost all of this stuff in Messenger, I just messaged you guys via Messenger, and then I text Gigi and I'm like, hi, I know we're talking only via text, but I just sent you a message on Messenger that I need you to go check. So, Kali, I also sent you a message on Messenger if you haven't seen it already. I'm like that in an art store or a bookstore. Every aisle, you just have to peruse. Like, that's the definition of perusing, right? I'm going to just peruse these aisles, and I'm going to walk up and down, because I'm going to find something that I need eventually. Your Best Buy Tech membership gave me gas, or the membership equivalent. Listen, it's already paid for itself. So for those of you guys, because K-Walk just wants me to talk about it and give you guys gas, I needed Paul for that warning. The Best Buy Total Tech is $200. If you don't buy a lot of electronics, and if you don't shop at Best Buy, it's not worth it. I shop at Best Buy religiously because I'm always looking for open box deals, mainly open box deals. And then I'll get stuff. And if you shop right, you can get Best Buy to price match the major stores, Micro Center, Amazon, B&H. So why go to B&H or wait for shipping if Best Buy has it in stock? Listen, you're going to price match it for me, and I'm going to get it, and I'm going to walk away because I need that instant gratification. So I'm a huge Best Buy fan, just because I can get it there and I can get it at really great prices. And so Best Buy will also price match Apple Education Store pricing. Okay? So when we switched Angie last month from her Microsoft Surface, she got the M1, the MacBook Air, and I pulled up the Apple Education Store pricing, and I told the guy, I said, listen, Apple Education Store pricing, I want to get the laptop. I'm here. Really don't want to go down the block. He was like, no, I'll price match it for you. And gave us. So guys, listen, if you want to know the ways, I can show you the ways. So going back to Total Tech, if you shop at Best Buy, it's 100% worth it. It's $200 a year, but you have to use it. So it's $200 a year, but then they have random sales, Total Tech pricing. For instance, I had already bought my MacBook Pro, but a week or two after we bought Angie's MacBook, the M1 MacBook Pro, so the one that I have, the 14-inch and the 16-inch, for Total Tech pricing, you could have taken an additional $250 off. That would have paid for itself. Any Apple device that you get under the Total Tech membership automatically comes with 24 months of Apple Care. So Angie's computer that we bought, I didn't have to spend the $300 for the Apple Care because I'm a Total Tech member, and her computer already has now the Apple Care associated with it. So you get the warranty on you get the Best Buy warranty on every single device that you purchase under your Total Tech membership, right? So I bought a TV. Now my TV has the Total Tech membership. We bought Angie's laptop. It has Total Tech membership. If I were to upgrade to, let's say I'm waiting for the Apple Watch 8 this year because I'm on the 5. So I'm definitely going to upgrade to the Apple Watch 8 this year. When I get that in September, October, that will have the Apple Care. It also includes any installation services for free. So when I bought the 75-inch TV, and you don't have to buy. So like I had my own mount. You don't have to buy the mount from them or the extras from them. So they delivered, it included free delivery of the 75-inch TV. And they mounted and connected my 75-inch TV. I brought a wireless sound bar, which I did on my own because of like I didn't want to wait for shipping and things like that. So that I ended up mounting and installing on my own. But then the rear wireless speakers for my sound bar, they mounted and connected and set that up for me. I've bought a few cameras, but I bought the cameras like outside security cameras because you guys know I'm in the city of Philly. They will install and mount those for free. So if it's different services like that, and then like I said, just the pricing. So what did I buy? I bought, this was $100, but I got $20 off for Total Tech. I was looking at the Rode Wireless Go Lavs, and those are $79. If you're a Total Tech member, they're $59. So if there are things, and again, we're like a separate group because Angie's not going to Best Buy buying the things the way I'm buying the things, right? Like, it's not necessarily a sound deal, and it's every year. So it's one of those things like the TV, it paid for itself. Installation of a 75-inch TV with delivery and mounting paid for itself, right? Like, I can cancel that next year, but because we bought the computer, we bought this, we bought that, I'll keep it until I stop buying electronics, which I don't know when that will be. So Angie says, I love tech, but you are on a whole other level. You're in deep, girl. Not Best Buy, Home Depot, no Best Buy, Home Depot, or Lowe's. She won't. She just leaves me. She's like, no, babe, I'll stay home. I'll cook. And then she gets me. You know how she gets me? Because she'll say, I'll stay home and I'll cook lunch, or I'll stay home, go do that, and I'll cook breakfast and it'll be ready. And I'm like, say less. Okay, I'll be back in an hour. And she does at least follow through. So, Caleb, what's cracking? How you doing today? Thank you for coming through. It's all right. You're not late. What's going on? Sean, Mr. Information Man Show. I appreciate you and the support that you give all the time. Thank you so much. I may need to invest in a used open box 32 Stream Deck. If you can find them. I don't know if I've seen them. Have you seen them? Unless you can find them like online and stuff like that. But the 32 key is life. Listen, I had the 15 key, and this 32 key, between taking advantage of folders and profiles, I use folders. I don't really use pages too much. I just use like my profiles, and you'll see, K-Walk, because you have the classes and stuff. So you'll see how I organized mine. You can do pages, you can do profiles, and you can do folders. I'm all like a foldered out person. And that gives me more than enough layers for that. What's up, what's up, what's up? My level is blue and white. Hey, I have my dad's tape measure that has a level built in. 40 years old. Gretchen, please, when you get a chance, don't go now, but please send me a picture of that. I would love to see that tape measure. That's so cool. Trying to be in Home Depot or Lowe's either. Whatever, Vaughn. Whatever. Y'all be siding with Angie. Like, you know what? That's how I feel. Wrong. That's how I feel. You're coveting that red level like it's the red stapler in the Office Space. Listen, exactly. This is no. This one and my other one, no. Angie wanted me to leave some of her tools, my tools, so that she can put some stuff. And it was really hard. Like, I did eventually. And I have two. I have like an impact drill. And then because I have the brick wall, when I mounted some things on my brick wall, and then on my backyard space, it's cinder block outside in the back. I told Gigi it reminds me of like a jail cell. I hate the layout of my backyard. So this summer, this spring, that's going to be one of my outdoor projects because it's concrete floors, and then the surround is cinder block. But to then mount stuff to my cinder block, I needed the hammer drill. So I have two drills, love my hammer drill, and I had to leave my stuff. So I had to leave Angie with like my laser level, and one of my drills, and it was like in the tools, it hurt my heart. And then I was like, okay, are you done with it? The next time I come, like, you need to be done with it, as if I was using it. I don't know. I divorced my ex-husband for leaving my vintage tools outside in the rain. Had to cart his reckless behind out the family before he messes up my good lineage. Okay, exactly. Come on. You don't do that stuff. I would have died. I would have absolutely died. No. Oh my goodness. All the time. Forget stuff all the time now. It's all right. All right. You guys are saying hello, no cap. That's funny as hell. Bye. All right. Irvin Fryer, I was looking at that picture with you and your wife. You were being very gracious and appreciative of your wife, and that was beautiful. Thank you for that post. I think it was yesterday that you shared it with your community. Yesterday, the day before. Very beautiful picture. Apple Education Store pricing. Explain. I need an iPad. Honey, you know this is where you come when you want to get all the deals, honey. I hope nobody gets offended by that. I don't think y'all are all sensitive. And if you did, I apologize. But Apple Education Store pricing. So there is this separate Apple Store, and then there's Apple Education Store pricing. Apple does not verify if you're a student or not, because technically the thought process is that you can be the parent of a student. So you can be the parent of even like a middle schooler, right? They usually don't have email addresses. They usually don't have high school like IDs and things like that. You get a college ID, college email. In New York, we had high school IDs. I don't know if that's like a standard. It's like in New York, I went through metal detectors. So I know some of the things in my high school that I went through is not the norm in other high schools. But like the thought process with the Education Store discount pricing is that you can be a parent or you can be a teacher, although you would have your own email, but you can be getting an iPad and it's everything. There's not like, oh, you can't get Beats or you can't, everything has a discount. It's either a 5% discount or a $50 discount or more. But it's separate pricing from the Apple Education Store. I've done it in different ways. I've bought directly from the Apple Education Store, got the pricing. So I've bought a MacBook, I bought an iPad, and I think the one time I bought it, I think my iPad Pro that I have now, I did through Apple Education Store pricing, and I picked it up in the city. And they don't verify. I just gave them my order number. I paid, and I think I got it for like $100 or $150 off. The same thing with the laptop. So you just go in, you look for the laptop that you want. And then with Best Buy, so I've done it already at 3 or 4 different Best Buys in different locations. So like in Jersey, when we bought Angie her MacBook that was in Connecticut, I've done it out here in Philadelphia. So I've done it in different Best Buys, and they really aren't sticklers for it. It wasn't like a moment of hesitation. I just like to clarify before. I'm like, listen, the pricing is Apple Education Store pricing. Will you price match it? And they just make you show them that it's from the Apple Store. They look at it and they verify it and they give you the pricing. So that is, and what did I buy? I bought the whatever bundle it's called, but I got Logic Pro, Motion, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Motion, Final Cut Pro. It's like 4 different apps for $200 through the Apple Education Store pricing instead of through like, isn't Final Cut Pro by itself $200? Listen, no, you guys, I will show you the ways, okay? I will show you the ways. Shayna also asked, Shayna, I hope you still weren't driving when you text that question, when you message that question, Shayna. Okay, hold on. Because you'll get in trouble. Best Buy price matches. Wait, yeah, see? Yeah, I'm telling you. And Angie laughs because Angie's like, you know what, babe? Like, you know how to find a deal. I know how to find a deal for real. Okay? Yes. Best Buy price matches. Everything. So it's so funny. So we had upgraded Angie's router to the Eros Wi-Fi 6 router. This is me. Where's my cell phone? Anytime I walk, and okay, so if y'all don't know, Target price matches Amazon, Walmart, they price match everyone, but usually the biggest competitor is Amazon. So when I go to Target, when I go to Walmart, if it's, little stuff, I'm not. But a bigger purchase, or even things that if it's a deep discount, like books, I absolutely, when I buy books and I don't want to wait and I just want to get it from Target in the section, I will scan it. So you will see me in Best Buy and in Target walking up and down. I will scan it. It just needs to say shipped and sold by Amazon. So the big retailers want it to say shipped and sold by Amazon. As long as it says shipped and sold by Amazon, they will price match Best Buy, the Apple Store, Target. They'll price match all of those things. So when I'm shopping, like when we were looking for Angie's router, I was trying to see what it was. And we stood, and Angie was just, she was over it because she's like, right? She's just like, babe, you're just going to get me a router. Like, she had no idea. She was like, I know you're going to get me a router. My internet is going to work. And I was like, all right, I need to scan this one. Hold on. And I'm waiting in the aisle looking for it to load. Look at the price. Nope. And I will go from site to site. So I'll check if it's like cameras or if it's electronics. I'll check B&H. The MacBooks, I'll check B&H. Do they have a sale today? I'll check Micro Center for like the routers and stuff. Is Micro Center pricing better? And if it is, I keep that up and I will take it. And when I get to the register, I'll be like, can you price match this for me? And they do it. No questions asked. Nah, I'm good. Nah, son. Okay. Usually iPad education. Exactly. It 100% is at least 100 or so. So like with the MacBook that we got Angie, the M1 MacBook Air, it was $100 cheaper. So we got it for, and it also works when the items are on sale. Because usually if Apple puts their products on sale, and that's the best time to do it. So let's say back to school. Apple will do a promotion or they'll do a sale, right? Like they'll put their items for sale, Mother's Day sales, if they're not doing bundles or whatever. When Apple puts their items for sale, then the education store will always usually be less, right? So Angie and I missed getting her the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, the M1 MacBook Air from the education store pricing for $800 because we waited an extra day or two. So it was on sale. I think it was like President's Day or something. It was on sale. It was $7.99. And by the time we made it out, it was cold and I didn't even think it went back up to regular pricing. So that's when you really want to shop, when there's a sale. Then check if it's Apple products, check the Apple education store. Then you go to Best Buy. And that's when you tell them to do the price match. Okay. That's how I be doing my shopping. Don't play with me. So when you stop buying electronics, I know that's something always, never. When I walk into Best Buy, it's like a kid. Exactly. See, Caleb, we can walk around. We can hang out. Why do you have the Stream Deck and a Loop Deck? The short and narrow answer of that, Vaughn, is because Keith gifted me his, because Keith had his on his desk unplugged, literally unplugged. And I was like, I can't, it's a sizable. And I'm like, Keith, no, I'm not. And Keith forced me to take it because Keith said, if it's anyone that'll do videos and show the community how to use it and really maximize it, is you. This thing is not unplugged. And so he is right with that. And I was like, I mean, if you convincing me. But it's so funny. Before he gave it to me, I was like going to pull the trigger because we get 10% off of Loop Deck for being Ecamm fam. And so I was like going to pull the trigger. I was so close, going to pull the trigger. And then he ended up gifting it to me. But they do very similar things, but they also do very different things. The knobs of the Loop Deck, I absolutely love. So like if I want to play the music, I'm going to push this button, right? So I'm going to push that button. And then the volume knob is this one here. So if I turn it, I can change the volume like that. I can bring it up. So it's much more user intuitive for things like that. The same thing. So I'm going to stop by pushing it in. I'm going to play this one here. Right. So for your knobs, it's definitely really user intuitive. These are touch screens, so you can slide going back like that. So like these are some sound effects here. Don't want that. This is like the Stream Deck thing. If I wanted to put that overlay, bring that overlay in, bring that overlay out, and then you can customize. So like these are some of the scenes that I have set up, right? So, and then there, I need to go back to my scene. I didn't customize my new scene here. So let's go back over this way. So really good. And then these buttons down here will take you. So right now, I think I'm on page 5, possibly. Yeah. And if you press it, it'll take you back to page 1. And then the buttons will either, if you push the button in, that creates a command. And then when you twist the knob, so you can assign 2 different actions to your buttons there. And then the Stream Deck, so, and they, like I said, they have their pros and cons. So the Stream Deck because it's a much more popular device. So with multi-actions, there are things that I can do with the Stream Deck that I cannot do with the Loop Deck and vice versa. So two very, very similar devices, but they have pros and cons in each. And I actually reached out to so these little feet are 3D printed. They're different feet because the other feet are, I got these feet from Etsy. The other feet that come with the Loop Deck make the device much lower. And so I spoke to the guy who made these 3D feet, and he's actually, let me go back to the scene. He's said that he's going to work on it because he has both, where he creates a 3D printed mount where you can kind of have it kind of like that. It's a prototype. He already has it kind of set up. He's just finalizing it. But to have it, so it's a stand that'll hold your Stream Deck and then a stand that'll also hold your Loop Deck. So I can have them both like that. But for now, and you can see they're kind of at the same angle. So it's much easier to see. The stand that the Loop Deck comes with is no bueno. Okay. Please go back to the desk conversation. I have the cheap IKEA stuff. What do you recommend? So when you're getting into the environment like us, where you're putting much heavier things on your desk, you're mounting like the way I have, right? This is a desk mount. If you mount the monitor, if you're clamping things, you want to go with the cheapest is a solid wood top. And the cheapest solid wood top that you can find, honestly, is a butcher block. So when I had moved to Pittsburgh to stay with my brother last year for a few months, I needed a temporary desk. And so we went to Home Depot and we got a 6-foot butcher block in the store that we bought home together. And the 6-foot butcher block was $180, very similar to this finish that I have here. And then what we did was we got a stain. So this is like a natural pine finish. That's another project that I'm going to work on this summer. Is I'm going to sand. These can be sanded and stained. And so I did that last year with the butcher block that I got with my brother. And it was it was a cool project, right? One-on-one time with my little brother. And we did it. We both sanded, like he took half of the table, I took half the table. We sanded it down with the grit paper, the different number grits. And then we stained it. We did 3 different stains on that one. And it came out to a nice walnutty chocolatey color. I wanted to sand this one, but this was such a project because this one, so you can do a 6-foot butcher block. You can buy them from Home Depot, Lowe's, or even like a National Lumber Liquidator. And usually for 6 feet, if you get them in this pine natural color, they cost about $180. You can get them in 8 feet. You can get them in 10 feet. And then obviously the more you go, the more feet you get, the more expensive it's going to be. They also come in 4 feet. The 4 feet is a little bit harder to find. So I would recommend getting the 6 feet. Originally, I had planned on, so what I did with the butcher block with my brother was I took the IKEA, the Adol's legs that they're $4. You can screw that to the bottom of the butcher block. And that's what I used on the 6-foot table in Pittsburgh. So I had $4 Adol's legs. So that was $16. And then the butcher block, which was solid wood, at $180. And then the staining probably took me to like $225 because we got the rags, the sandpaper of different grit variations, and then a small thing of staining itself. What I did with this particular desk, and I keep switching back just so I can show you, this desk right here, you can see this seam. So this desk, you can also buy a countertop from IKEA. And the name right now skips me, but is a very popular countertop. They were hard to get, and I had to watch them like a hawk. It's not solid wood, but this desk is on the top. It's like a certain amount of layers. It's much thicker than their cheap particle desk. Particle wood. It's not particle board. It's like 2 layers of, is this the Salgin? This might be the Salgin. but it's 2 layers of solid wood. And then in the middle of it is like the cheaper particle board, but it's layers of solid wood on the top and on the bottom, I think. So they'll do like 1 or 2 sheets, and they have the process on their website. But this seam that I wanted to show you, right? This seam right here is because what I did was I purchased an 8-foot butcher block from IKEA. They had it in the store, so I went in, I ordered it. I think this one was like the same price. It's like $200. I can send you a message, Shayna, and tell you, or we can talk about it tomorrow. It was fairly inexpensive for 8 feet. And then what I did was I wanted to make it into a corner desk. So from that wall to the end of my desk here is 5 feet. And then from this seam here to literally the edge of my closet where Paul sleeps. So from that, so it's literally, it's like pressed up against the wall. It's a perfect fit, the L. This is 3 feet. This small portion from here to here. And then from right back here to right here. So if I come down, it's literally like right here. It's 5 feet long. And so I bought cheap table saws, the 2-pack of table saws. I think they're the Black & Decker table saws, a 2-pack for $40 from Home Depot. I went to their scrap wood section that you can basically pay like pennies of the dollar. So I got a scrap wood, like 6-foot long plank that I paid probably $2 to $4 for, because I used that as a tabletop to put on the saws, the table saws. And then I got 2x4s to make it longer. And I threw the 8-foot that Angie can tell you the project that day that I made her do so much work. And she'll tell me, babe, I didn't come here to work. I came here to relax. And so I put the 8-foot countertop on the table saws with the makeshift table that I created. And I measured it, and I did my first cut with a table saw for 5 feet long from there to there. And then naturally, because it was a straight cut, the other end, so this end are these here are the smooth surfaces. I put them together. And so, you guys are laughing at me. Like, that was another thing where if you look at this here, so if you look like in between the seam, this is one side, and then I put this side together, and I took a metal plate, and I screwed the two together so that they are connected. But if you look, it was very important to me that when I put my level in between both ends together, that the bubble was right in the middle. So my desk is 100% level, and I mounted it to the wall. That was a fun project, but that is why, because I did all that work, I said to hell with the cable management, because I mounted the wall. This desk is not on legs. This desk is on shelving holders that I got from Home Depot. And I have 4 shelves that hold up to 500 pounds each. And I had to use my laser level. I found all the studs. So the first thing I did was I found all the studs on the wall. I used my 24-inch level with a pencil, and I just did a straight line. I did a straight line actually first. That's what I did. So I did a straight line in an L on where I wanted my desk to be. Right. So I sat down and I said, okay, I want the desk to be kind of here at this level. So then I figured out the measurement, the thickness of this desk. I did the subtraction. Then I went on the wall and I measured where the desk would sit, right? So where the top of the shelf would be. And I took my pencil, and with the top of my level, I drew a line, an L-shaped line from there to there. Then what I did was I took a stud finder and I dragged the stud finder along the line that I did, right? So I dragged the stud finder like that along the line. And as I found the studs in the wall, I marked it. So I did that on this side. I did that on that side. Kali will tell you measured twice, cut once. I probably measured, or I double checked like 4 different times to make sure that I found the studs and that they were actual studs. And then, so then what I did was I had to take a shelf. It was that Angie didn't help me with. Angie stood upstairs. She told me, she was like, I can't help you with this. Like, we will break up. So she didn't help me with that. And I was fine. I was in my own world. I had my music on and it was totally fine. So then what I had to do was with the shelf. So, these are usually, they have like little magnets or whatever. And so I put this on the top of the shelf. And where the stud was, I lined up the shelf on the wall. And I made sure that the level was even. And where the holes were for the shelf, I did the little marks. I made sure that the shelf was straight up and down and straight, like this way. And then I drilled pilot holes in all of the studs. And I got lag bolts. And so with lag bolts, that's like the bolts that come when you are mounting your TV. I spent probably like $30 on the lag bolts. And so my shelves are screwed into the studs with lag bolts too, one on the top and one on the bottom. And so I put the shelves throughout in the L shape. I made sure at every time as I screwed, this was like my best friend. So I would screw a little bit and then I made sure it was straight. I screwed a little bit and, finagle, go like this, go like that, make sure that it was fine. Once it was tight to the wall, I did the same thing, the whole process. And then when I put my desk on, both different pieces, yeah, I did document that. I have that in the ZV-1. I just have to take it apart. But that was probably a 2-day project as well, a 2 or 3 day project. Anyway, you know what? Irving says, I'd love to have packages delivered to my front door. I was supposed to get a HelloFresh delivery today. They didn't deliver my box of food. Oh, luckily I still have food from my delivery last week. So I have food to make, but the delivery needs to come tomorrow because on Wednesday I'm going to be out. All right. Forgetting stuff means that you set yourself up. So let me check on you guys. I did a whole lot of talking tonight and you guys have been staying with me. I appreciate you guys. India, they have changed that policy as of this year. I had to take in vacation as no. So when, how long ago was it? Because there was a big article that they changed it. It was a huge uproar and then they changed it back and they turned it off again. So you are right. But then what I had found was that there were so many people like flipping out. They stopped verifying you. So that's interesting if you would have had to have, if you did it right in that small window. Okay. My middle schoolers have IDs and email to my dismay. That means that they're always emailing you. That's so funny. Education pricing on iPad Smart. Do you think the mini is big enough for the teleprompter? I'll be honest. No. I thought it was going to be obs. I'll especially because I feel like you sit farther away from your desk than I do. The 10-inch iPad, the Air. I'm just trying to get this to rotate. Is that right? Hey, what's happening? Maybe this way. There you go. Okay. The 10-inch iPad Air, the older one, because they just came out with the new 10-inch M1, the 10-inch, and it's the same price as the mini. So the 10.1 inch, I think it is, iPad Air is the same price as the new mini. Get that because Angie has that one. And I brought it down here to make sure it fits because I was seriously thinking about selling the mini because I have space. So the mini, right, is from here to here. I still have kind of like from right here to right here. I have a good like on each side, this, whatever that is, an inch on each side. And the 10.1 iPad Air fits perfectly. And for the same price, that's exactly what I was trying to get Angie to swap with me. I told her, I was like, babe, let me give you the mini. But because she writes a lot, she was like, absolutely no, get the hell out of here. And she told me no. So When I got my MacBook M1, got the Final Cut Pro package with a discount too. Nice. All right. Apple stores have changed the policy. I don't know about Best Buy matching. Final Cut Pro $199. Yeah, nope. Get it with the software. Staples price matches as well. See, you got to know about all of those things. I think we need some YouTube shorts on finding deals. I can do that. That's a good idea. Pastor Vaughn, do you know about my Post-its? Do you know about my Post-its obsession? Well, you will. Let me show you my Post-its obsession. See all of this? These are all Post-its of things that I need to do. And I have 3 more sheets over there that I didn't add to this pile. And now I'm adding another one. So that's cool. YouTube Shorts. I know I'm like super behind on the comments. YouTube Shorts on deals like Best Buy price match and Total Tech. Total Tech is good. All right, I can do that. Cool. Add that to my list. There. Let me see what we got there. What's cracking? It's so funny when I see RK3 because I think that's his. Is that your Facebook profile? So it's like he does it where he's on Facebook and then he comes in on his YouTube. What's cracking, big brother? Yeah. RK3 will be here on Wednesday as a guest, and we're going to be talking about virtual mics and loopback. So, did you use a laser? Yes, ma'am, I did. So it was, what is it? Measure twice, cut once. It was, I used my regular laser, the bigger one. I used my regular laser, but I also put the laser level, my regular level. And then I also put the laser level. So I wanted to make sure, because with the laser level, sometimes if there's an object in the way, it gets cut off further down the line. So I did use the laser level. I mounted it. And then I just used my level with the pencil to make sure, right, that it was level. And then I just lined it up. And that's how I did it. So instead of tracing really slow with the laser level, I put the laser level, then put the level, and then just, did the trace against the level. So, India, do you use the Luna display with your iPad on your teleprompter? Yes. RK3. Come on. Where do we go back? Check this out. Let me show you the right scene. That's the wrong one. So, RK3, check this out. This here is the Luna, so you can see it's kind of upside down. Well, maybe not. Oh, shoot. So it's upside down because I'm using the Luna using teleprompter mode. There you go. So using the Luna using teleprompter mode there. I use that in my teleprompter here. Okay, let me get this even. And then my iPad Pro, I just brought it into the mix. Oh, wait, hold on. I just moved this. It's touchscreen. And I just brought the iPad Pro into the mix. So I got the 32-inch ultra wide. I have the iPad mini with Luna with the Luna display for teleprompter mode. And then I'm bringing in the iPad Pro using Duet display. Check this out. You want to see something cool? Look at this. So I got, if you see right here, you see this box? Look at that. See how it moved over? Look at how quick that is. It's hardwired, so I'm using Duet display. I got to become an affiliate with Duet display. I'm an affiliate with Luna. And then you can't really see up here, but it's just as you can see. So you can see I'm going up. It's going up there. So super seamless, super smooth. Even if I wanted to bring my window down here, so you can see now the display window is here. And as I like, if I make it, I can make it a little bit bigger. Make this bigger so you can see it. Yeah. Or, so this is the Ecamm preview window and you can see, right? Like it's like, ooh, 60 degrees tomorrow. Go ride my bike. The news just popped up on my iPad. What do I want to do? I want to go back to this scene. So check this out. So I'm going to make this smaller so that I can put this in my iPad. So this preview menu window, I usually keep there. Then what I have done is I'll go into Ecamm, and under my output, I'll put my video monitor for Duet. Boom, full screen. So if I really wanted to see the show and see what it looks like, and I'll use this more so when I'm doing like graphics. So if I have multiple graphics that I really need to see, so if we're doing like the bank one where I want to see everything overall, where are you? Then, well, you can't see that now. But if we go back to that screen sharing, I lost my screen sharing. If we go back to that there, you can see. So again, if I just wanted to bring like my Ecamm logo, right, and I wanted to get the right placement, and if I wanted to, so this can be technically my confidence monitor down here, and then up there, I can just have the comments and stuff. And so you can see like how it moves, 0 latency. It's like perfect. So I was able to, between Luna Display and between my, let me just turn this off. Between Luna Display and Luna Display and Duet Display, I added 2 additional monitors to my Mac 1, my M1 Mini. So let's see. Maybe the Air. Yes, absolutely get the Air. And let's go back. You guys know I love Ecamm. So let's turn that off. All right. Brought my M1 in late February and had to bring verification. It might have been right around that time. Hey, what's cracking? What's going on? I am Nightly. I was talking about you yesterday with Steve from Scarlet Glass, and I said David better bring his ass up to Philly soon. Miss you. Hey, Sammy Superstar. How you doing today, Sammy Superstar? That was really loud. Sorry, guys. That blew my eardrums out. I don't know what happened there. Let me make sure. All right, that should be much better. That was weird. Okay. Someone says on Facebook, this is great. I'm glad that it's great. You got to tell me, or you hang out where the cool kids are on YouTube. But thank you for the support and watching. All right, I got an online meeting, got to head out. All right, well, thank you for watching, friend. Send me your Luna affiliate link right now, please. IndiaD.live/Luna, but I'll send it right now, RK3. Hold on, how quickly can I do this? I'm going to go RK3, it's saved, and then https://IndiaD.live/Luna, and it's been sent. Yes. Because I don't have my YouTube comments. I have to put it in the comments. You know what, Robert, I could have told you it's in the description. It's like one of the bottom ones under the affiliate. Anyway, never mind. I see. Late to the party. Good. Glad you helped yourself out. What did I miss? Windstorm. Had to go rescue the deck furniture and pillows. They were flying off the deck. Raining sideways. Oh, no, that's really bad. I'm glad you're okay. You ran outside. Just got a teleprompter yesterday and set up Duet with my Android tablet. There's a lag video, otherwise works well. Yeah, are you wired with Duet, or are you, so with Duet, I only use wired mode. I will not let it use hardwired mode, and it's been pretty good. I mean, any of those devices, there's going to be a little bit of latency, but I've been using the iPad with Luna Display for almost 2 years now, and it works. I'm good with how it is. I'll be up there, but going to Mexico first. You know what? Whatever, just bought it. Nice. All right, RK3. Thanks for the support. I appreciate you. Give you all the sound effects. Interesting. Huh. I mean, so when I use my setup, right, I'm using the Duet. Well, in theory, it should work the same way, and I'm like live. I'm pretty good there. But I guess if it's going to be your only display, I can see where that could create issues. Man, today was a much longer stream than anticipated, but you guys hung around for all of my madness and shenanigans. Listen, that underwire management is going to, so what I was trying to say with telling you guys the thought process about how long it takes when I do my real wire management because of what goes into it is that I promised to meet one of my best friends this Saturday for lunch. And we're meeting halfway, which is about 45 minutes for each of us. And that's at 1:00. And I know I'm going to spend the whole afternoon with her. So what that really means is that I can't do my cable management on Saturday. And so I'm afraid to start it on Sunday, because if I start it on Sunday, I have to be done by Monday, because I need my setup like for the bank. I mean, I guess not. Maybe I'll start it on Sunday. But then the problem is I want 2 full days. That's the problem, that I may not necessarily need the setup, because I can then just connect, my laptop directly with it. Still can be a mess. But then the problem is, like with the bank, I won't have full days. So if I start on Sunday doing the wire management, like I have to be up by like 6:30, have at least 2 cups of coffee so that I can be down here and unplugging, and like there's no messing around, and be ready for the stream. So that's that. All right, fam. We're gonna, you know how we do. Let me bring you in over here. Day 29, tomorrow. For those of you guys that either came in towards the tail end, like RK3 and Digital Buddha, and for those of you guys like Gretchen and Obs, and like K-Walk and Gigi came in, and Pastor Vaughn was here early. But for those of you guys that have either stayed to the end or came in late, I'm giving a giveaway tomorrow. It's nothing big. We're giving a $30 giveaway. So I'm going to get a $30 e-card to celebrate. And I'm okay with that. You know why? And this is why I didn't post it. Because the people who have shown up for 30 days, the people who will show up tomorrow, I'm confident that 97% of them have been here since day one. So there will be some chances that I may have 1 or 2 people that like randomly show up. No shade to them, because everybody's schedule is all messed up. But like Gretchen has been here since day one. Obs has been here since day one. Gigi has been here since day one, right? Like all of you guys. And then RK3 comes on consistently throughout the week. Vaughn, like all of you guys come on. The people who are here right now have been supporting me. And forget about these last 30 days. The people who are here right now have been supporting me since I've been doing live streaming. All of you guys. Pastor Vaughn got me a housewarming gift, right? Like you guys have been supporting me. So you guys are going to know that we're giving away a $30 gift card tomorrow. I haven't decided. It'll be an e-gift card so I can get it to you guys quick. I don't know, like Visa. It'll probably just be Visa. But we're going to do the Wheel of Wonder. So it'll be some work. We're going to have some fun. I got to download some corny sound effects. But that we are going to do tomorrow. We're going to have fun tomorrow because it's going to be day 30 with 70 days to go of my live stream. And I think it's really important to have fun with the community and celebrate you guys. And look, you guys are all like, giveaways. Yes, I'll take the giveaways. Yes. My precious, give me the giveaways. Oh no, Gretchen, your lights are flickering. Listen, Gretchen, tell a scary story. Do it from your cell phone and tell a scary story and let your lights flicker. And just do it from the data. I'd be there for that. I'm all for the scary stories. Day 30, I'm taking donations to the new mortgage fund. See? Badge check-in. Big time. I knew K-Walk. I was going to get a response from her on that one. She said big time tomorrow, 100%. All right, fam. So I wanted to make sure Home Depot or Lowe's. It'll be, how about Visa or MasterCard? And you can use it to one of those two. How about that? You guys are so funny. So stay tuned for mañana. I will catch you guys. Thank you so much for the support. It means it's a tremendous place in my heart. Good idea. The ghost thing was a quilt. See? Was a quilt. That ghost was a quilt. Stop. Chill. I get scared very easily. All right, you guys.